everyone. Today I will be going through my daily and weekly checklist for Warframe. This is an efficient routine guide, and today I will show you a simply daily weekly checklist that keeps your Warframe account progressing efficiently. The goal is simple: log in, collect resources, complete the most important content, and never miss the rewards that matters. And this is an easy way, no matter what level you're playing at, that you can earn platinum to buy the things that you want, so you don't have to go out of your way to get like min-maxed builds and warframes and unlock this and that. Some things you need unlocked, some things you don't, but I mean, you should unlock all these things no matter what. But if you don't like to do like meta cascade or meta arbitration or meta this and that, where there are all these elitist players that will hunt you down if you don't do everything correctly, and you just want to chill and be able to earn a lot of platinum on your own, and also be able to unlock all the content at the same time. So what we will start with is the Foundry. So sorry for the confusion here, but my Foundry is a fucking mess. But tip number one is that you can just leave all the weapons in here. I don't level mastery that much, I just play whatever I like. But the first thing you really want to do is you have Detonite, Injectors, and Field Rune, especially as a new player, and Mutagen Mass, and Forma. Okay, so Detonite, Field Rune, and Mutagen Mass. You get these from a dojo, so get into a clan or whatever, and Forma, because these things will allow you to build all kind of different weapons and warframes that you can raise your mastery with, or if there's something you find fun, and Forma will make everything great, right? So that's the first thing. Next, you check your daily vendors and standing, cap with the syndicates and orbiter syndicates, and work your world syndicates. So you can check here, for example, right? I'm capped. So I should start buying something from here, right? I know, for example, right now that Hildrin is kind of meta, so I can just buy like a few of those, and you know, and yeah, and then you start working on capping those out. Then you have all of your world syndicates or whatever you want to call them. So you go into navigation, and the first place I start is on, where I kind find it, Cetus, right? So Cetus, we will go here, and Cetus has bounties that unlocks some stuff here for you, but also you can use the standing again to buy stuff from vendors that people are lazy with. The whole reason you're doing all of this is to unlock all the things that you want for your account that can only be obtained through these things. So you want to talk with Konsu. He's the one that has the bounties, right? So here, this is the one I never bothered leveled above level 3 because there wasn't anything I really needed besides that. But here, you can just continue to farm, you use your standing, right? And then you buy stuff that you can sell on the Warframe Market. On the second hand, you also have the quills, they are here, these ones. This is where you get the amp to do Eidolon hunts and cascade, so that is pretty important to unlock. And next, what I do is, like I said, I don't really do Cetus anymore, but you should definitely do Cetus. So the next place I do, before I move on to the next, I just forgot, sorry. Recommended Warframe for Cetus bounties is I use Vault for pretty much everything on Cetus, just because he's insanely good there. He's good for the Eidolon hunts, but he's also insanely good for all the bounties, very easy to use, and he's just a monster for everything Cetus does, right? So instead of moving around anymore here, so I will use Vault for that. The next thing I do is I move on to Fortuna. Fortuna has Vox Solaris. I'm not gonna go here right now, but it's the same thing here. There's also, you get all your standing, you buy things with the standings, right? And then I move on to Deimos with the Necrolisk. The reason I go in this order is because I use the same Warframe for these two, Fortuna and Necrolisk. I will use Mesa here. The reason for it is because Mesa is just, there's a lot of uh, area kind of bounties, where Cetus has like a lot of moving bounties, so Vault can speed things up a lot, where Fortuna and Deimos has a lot of like more standing, but it is a huge area, so you cannot just run around and nuke everything, right? So for example, something you can do here is that you can talk to this guy, for example, and you have your standings, for example, and you can buy these bonds. A lot of people want these mods as well. Um, this is just like there is a lot of vendors around, right? So the same goes for Fortuna, but I would use Mesa for this, right? The next thing I go is I will go um, to Sanctum, and on Sanctum it's very important that you talk to Lloyd first, because here I will trade Voka. This is just like a little small thing. I look at the materials on Shadi and Nikakol, okay, that's fine, right? Then I will go, okay, that's also fine. I don't mind paying for that. Stila, yeah, that's also fine. Okay, so that's really good. The next thing I do on Sanctum, besides the bounties, of course, is that once you reach max level, this is where it's really important to reach max level here, is because you can do one Archimedia. It's a weekly thing. We will get into that later. But the next thing is here. Here you can see. Here you can also buy some stuff. There are some arcanes. There's a lot of stuff here that you can sell. I already bought mine for this week, but every week there will be a free Archon Shards, time left to trade, right? So there will be an Archon Shard that the bird will give you every week. Well, it's not free. You have to pay like I think 20,000 standing, and this is also where you can, let's see, Necroloid, is it here? Yeah, so here it is. This is one of the weeklies I will do every week. It's called Archimedia. This is also connected to you get a lot of rewards here. This is one of the main ways to farm. So this will consume 2 charges. As you can see, I've done it for this week. But condition refresh in 2 days and 9 hours, right? So once it's pretty simple. It will always choose at least one Warframe that you have, at least one weapon that you have, and at least one secondary, at least one weapon, okay? So you don't need like be like, oh, I can't participate. So this is the first one. You have 5 charges, and you use 2 here, and then you use 1 here with Tagfer. You do Netracell. This is also a chance to, you can see here I have 1. But before you do that, then I want to show you the next place. So for here, for Sanctum, I generally use Saryn, because I use beam weapons with Saryn, because beam weapons are fucking monsters, and beam weapons are usually innate radiation, and Mema is weak to radiation, right? So she just absolutely destroys Sanctum. I also use her for other missions. So now that we got that out of the way, we're still missing Saruman. Saruman is over here. I do all the dailies here as well. Here is also another vendor that you want to do. I'm not sure I did it today, but let's go and have a look. So the Warframe I use here is Xaku. Xaku, why do I use Xaku? I use Xaku because it's easy and he does void damage. And she's just very simple to do this place with, right? So the guy that do the bounties here, is this guy, and then you can go to, I think it's Yanta, right here, yeah, trade for void plumes. So you can buy these void plumes. So frags and ferrite, that's okay, right? Okay, we buy this. Yes, we buy this. I mean, you also get these from just doing the missions, but this is, why not just take it? It takes like 2 minutes to just do it, and you're here to farm it anyways, right? So this is what you want to buy on a weekly basis here. You want to buy these. You trade Void Blooms, and then you get 35,000 Kuva. Kuva is for Riven mods. If you don't know about Riven mods, I can show you in another video if you want to know about it. And this is also where I think, is it Hombask? No, is it Cavalier? Yeah, this guy. So this is where you can do incarnate weapons um, every week. And he also has a lot of arcanes, so you can spend like a lot here. A very popular arcane, for example, I don't know if it's probably very cheap now, but this one used to be like very good. It's still one of the meta arcanes, so for sure this one will sell, right? So what's after Saryn? Then I move on to Hex. Hex is the same thing again. You can you simply just enter here, right? You talk to the PC and you ask to go to the back room. Hex has Coda weapons, but Hex also has did I just lag out there? What? Okay, that was crazy. Whatever. So I also use Xaku here because there's a lot of crates that you can trash here. But the important thing you want to do here is actually the calendar. So you can see here the calendar also gives Archon Shards, right? So then you get these bonuses, right? Whichever you want, really, nobody cares. And then you can see here, you need to do the monthly calendar. Here's a phosphor and 3 days resource booster. There's a cake, whatever, a ribbon or a 6,000 endo. So hex is also really important to do. If you want to have, like, if you like, most Warframe players are like collectors. I played pretty much since the beginning. I'm not a collector. I just play whatever I want, which is why I just have things laying around and why I'm not like max master rank. Some people will call it a bad excuse. That's fine. I don't really care. But here is where you farm temple as well. There are some weapons here you can farm, and if you like music decorations, right? So, and this goes for all of the places, right? So proto frames, I think, is it Eleanor? Rose? Yeah. So Eleanor has the arcanes here. These arcanes, like bellicose, is pretty important for some. Um, this one is also very good for a lot of like, and this one is one of the best secondary. Primary Crocs is also like all of these arcanes are pretty fucking good. And again, you make money with these. You buy them for standing. It's the same story over and over and over, right? I hear people saying all the time, "Oh, I cannot make platinum." Guys, you don't need to be able to do the end game and meta grinds. You just go through your dailies. That's it. You just go through daily grind, daily standing, and then you use your standing and you just buy, right? But the other important thing that is here is you want to be ranked 5 here as well. Oh, I just got something, whatever. Okay, can I get out of here? Thank you. So here you can also buy, you see Arcane Hotshot, you can buy, right? So there are all these cool things here you can get. Um, and this is the other Archimedia, right? Again, I already done it, but you get Archon Shards. Like I think last time I got 2 or 3 Tau Forged Archon Shards from doing this one, right? So that's pretty crazy. Again, even if you only have one Warframe, if you only have one Warframe, right? You have one Warframe, one weapon, one of everything. That is what it will choose for you, and it will say everything else not owned. Okay, so that is the last of the ones that I do currently. But they just recently added something new, which is why I came back to the game. So if you, for all of these places, right? Like I said, for Saryn, Hexes, I use Xaku. For Fortuna and Daimos, I use Mesa. For Cetus, I use Vault. And for Sanctum and other missions in general, I use Saryn. For the new content here, Descendia, I will use Xaku because you get more resources because you can break all the boxes. And for Purita, I use Saryn again. Is Saryn the best? No, it's probably something like Hildrin or some meta bullshit, but that is just the way I do it. There is tons of good Warframes for everything. Some is better than others for certain jobs, and that is fine. Okay, that is the way the game is supposed to be. if you don't like having it like this, you can just play Revenant for everything, because Revenant is even better than he used to be. He's immortal, and now with all the new arcanes, he's even fucking better. And if you want to be like more min-maxy towards all your resources, you can use Nekros or Khora or Hydroid. It's also fine. And if you don't care, you can use whatever works for you. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a game. Right? While working through all your vendors and standing, like just buy all the things you can and collect your daily login reward, farm your daily focus, you know, like all of these things. And the next thing I do after I'm done with this, right, is that I go to the map here and then I see Steel Path Incursions. I do these. Why? Because Steel Path Incursions, and then I do where is it? Sortie, right? I do Sortie. Some people say it's a waste of time. I don't know. Done it forever. Don't care what people say. But then you just go to Strata Relay. So what's on Strata Relay? Well, it's pretty simple. Um, it's from the rewards I get from the Steel Path Incursions. I can go and talk with Tishin. Tishin is on most of the relays. Not sure if he's on all of them, but he's on most of them. And you can go and talk to this guy, and you can get Kuva, right? You can get relic packs if that's what you're into. This is also where you get adapters, right? Should probably get myself some right now. But the Kuva and the relic packs is on a weekly logout, so you can only buy X. There's a ton that you can buy actually, so it does take some grinding to get through all of it. The next thing I do, this is also then another like easy vendor. This is on a weekly basis, so you don't have to go there all the time. Um, and don't worry, guys, I will link like a checklist below so you can. I go to this place. Not a lot of people know about this. It's like more like a veteran thing, I guess, or I don't know why people don't know about this. It's kind of weird. So here I will go to the Iron Wake. Why the Iron Wake? Because here you pretty much get 35,000 kuva for free, and sometimes some other items. If you don't know, it's on the top right corner, but if you don't open minimap, you just go straight until you cannot go any further. Then you go right until you see this steel ramp or whatever, and then you go in here. And here you can buy 2 Rivens, you can get some free credits and 35,000 kuva, right? And this is on a weekly basis as well. And it's from Riven slivers, and you get those in missions, and it's just so easy. So easy. You just get them randomly from doing all of the weekly daily stuff that you do, right? So now the next thing I forgot to mention is the Nightwave. There are weekly missions there that you wanna do. I mean, it's not like giga important because usually they let it stay. Like I said, I just returned, so I haven't done much here. But these things here, right? These things, and then you can go in and buy some stuff here, right? Um, because these things you can, I would then you like clip delegation is like a meta thing for corrosive protection. That eye is pretty good. There's some pretty good stuff here. There's also a lot of what do you call it? I want to say transmogs, but you know what I mean. Like skins, cool stuff, you know? And yeah, appearance changes and whatnot. So now what's next, right? Then you go into your map as well, and then again I haven't done it for this week. Like I said, I just returned, but you go into the Dubriri and you click the circuit. Here you can do like a mini game kind of thing. It's kind of fun, but here's where you get incarnate weapons. It rotates weekly, and you can only choose 2 of them. Okay. But this is also a really good way to get all the Warframes that is not Prime for Subsume, right? So you don't have to go out and farm them. So again, very easy. Um, then you wanna also you know, I told you before, you want to complete the weekly Archon hunt, get your Archon Shards, the Nether cells, the Archimedia, like all of the things that I showed you. Like you kinda, as you just go through all the standings that I just showed you, you kinda also get to go through this. Like when you get to Anatomica, you do your Archimedia. When you get to Hex, you do your Archimedia. That is on a weekly thing, so you don't have to do that every day. Um, so yeah, you do the Descendia on normal and Steel Path, and next you check all the weekly vendors, you visit Titian, blah blah blah. He has Umbra Forma, I think every 4 or 8 weeks, so that's pretty insane. And yeah, but finally, before I finish this out, you wanna check the timed content. So by timed content, I mean, for example, Baro arrives with rare and primed items. So always check his inventory, um, right? Where you can buy like a lot of like really cool stuff from all the stuff that you grinded. And yeah, that's, I mean, when you got all of this done, like don't forget that the reason you're doing all of this is because you don't want to do the meta grind. And I promise you, it might look really confusing, which is why I'm gonna send you a daily weekly checklist that you can just go through, and it doesn't take more than, I don't know. If you're like really speedy with it, you could probably do all of this in like all the daily stuff in like an hour. The weekly stuff is gonna take like a couple of hours, but that's only like one time a week, right? Um, and from that, um, you will easily earn like at least 1,000 platinum. If you do all of these things, you will easily earn 1,000 platinum a week, like easily. And you're not even farming all the meta stuff yet. Okay. If I don't like to farm most of the meta stuff, I do it sometimes, but I find it so fucking boring just sitting there for like 1.5 hour or 1 hour or whatever, or speed run the same thing 57 times. Like it's not fun to me. I also understand it's not fun for people to make. They will say what I'm doing makes the game feel like a job. To me, I'm just chilling, you know. So yeah. And that brings me to the most valuable thing that you have on a daily basis, which is your daily trades. And that's why we're doing all of this. So you got items you can sell, so you can get some platinum, and you can upgrade your account with the platinum, so you don't have to spend real money, and or buy the warframes that you want that cannot be farmed anymore because they're vaulted, or anything like that. And you keep your account growing this way. Daily trading is the final step that ties everything together, right? And I promise you, if you follow this routine consistently, you will always be progressing your account, collecting valuable resources, and never missing important rewards. And guys, consistency is the real endgame in Warframe. Log in, craft format, complete mission, use your trades every day, do all your daily stuff, right? And yeah, I mean, if you want to play it like a grind game, go ahead. If you want to play it like a daily routine, just hanging out with friends or whatever, that's fine. If you just want to explore and do whatever you want and not really give a fuck, I don't even think you would search for YouTube videos like this to begin with. And anything is fine. It's a very casual game. It's not hardcore. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know there are some elitist communities out there, but I mean, fuck them. That's all I have to say. And if you enjoyed this and want anything else from me, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I will put the Warframe Market link in the description. And shout out to Tipsy, because he's the one that made a really good weekly daily checklist. He has some stuff in there that even I missed. But yeah, so that's all from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.